Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I am Office Bloke Daz.
I think we all thought we were going to say something clever, but then backed out at the last minute. Collectively, we are the Office Blokes.
Yep.
We have a Patreon page.
We do. Go to patreon.com, put in Office Blokes React.
Good. Done.
Go and have a look.
Yeah, and we've got two other channels.
We've got Office Blokes Try, where we try different things from around the world. Coming this week, Japanese week. So keep your eye out for that one. And we have Office Blokes Podcast, where we do podcasts twice a week. Once on a Friday, 6 p.m. British Standard Time, where we talk topical content. So if you've got anything you want us to talk about, let us know. And on a Tuesday, just Mike and myself sit behind the table here.
Yep.
And we talk English Premier League football.
Yeah, good stuff. If all three of us were sat together, all six of us were sat together, including the three that are on there, 50% of the room would be ginger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, how do you feel about those odds?
It's fine, mate.
Yeah, Bill Burr's a ginge, even though he's baldy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've got something else to say, but I'll reserve that.
Yeah.
There's been a few things that I've been about to say and I backed out of. So this is Bill Burr on the Royal interview, the Oprah Royal interview. You may notice that we're not reacting to the interview, we're reacting to other people commenting on the interview.
Yeah. It's much safer.
Did you watch the interview?
No.
Have you seen it at all?
No.
Or just what we
The only
reacted
thing
to?
I've seen is the Aussie Man reviews thing that we reacted to.
Did you watch it?
No, I've seen a couple of snippets that were on the news, but I've not sat there and watched the whole thing.
I watched it.
So, and what do you think? I shouldn't ask him that.
No. Yeah. We said on the podcast a little bit of what we think of the whole situation, to be fair, but each to their own, more power to him.
If he was my brother, I'd have a word, let's say. I'd be having a chat with him.
Yeah.
You go out and be happy, do whatever you do, just do it in private. Fuck off. Anyway, Bill Burr on the Oprah Royal interview. Let's do this.
This is from his podcast. There's no video with this.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, I don't listen to it. I tend to listen to clips of Bill Burr's podcast. People make compilations of it and stuff. And
He's a funny man.
Okay.
Very funny man.
There's like
funny guy,
4-hour compilations of Bill Burr's best advice from his podcast where people write in and ask for advice. It's great.
Right, I'm bored with it. I can't stop speaking in a fucking English accent. Ever since I was going to sleep, my wife was watching that royal interview. Oh my God, she had it on like fucking full blast. I really think Oprah Winfrey is like the king of doing interviews about shit that everybody already knew. It's like when she did the Lance Armstrong thing, like, wait a minute. You telling?
Funnily enough, Piers Morgan was becoming the Oprah over here a little bit because it was what was the thing that he did where he sits down
Life
for
stories.
Life stories,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he sits down for the deep chat and people cry and it's all
Yeah, it was actually, I suppose, wasn't it?
You should hear me commenting when I'm watching live stories. My wife likes watching it, and I just sit there going, "Dick." That's a mild word.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah,
Depends who's on it. Some of them are quite good.
Yeah.
It's but majority of them are just like, "What are you doing?
yeah.
Shut up! Don't tell this story. No one wants to know."
Some people want to know that sort of shit though.
I don't know.
It's like when she did the Lance Armstrong thing, like, wait a minute. You telling me those people who rode bicycles up and down mountains for a month were on drugs? What? Right, so you're saying that some of the richest white people on the earth that live in a castle in England are racist? I know you need to get the information out there, but the look of shock. It's like, you don't need to sell it. That whole fucking stupid goddamn. I mean, how many examples do you need? How many guys in the fucking bike race got busted? Every fucking one of them got busted for fucking being on drugs. Anyway. Right, so I was out at a club, right? All of a sudden, this ginger cunt comes up to me. He's like, right, I'm a prince. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you're a prince of what? He's like, Prince of England. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, right, get away from me, you fucking red cunt. And he's like, right, I live in a castle.
Sounded a bit Australian.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure where
Say he's
accent's from. Yeah,
Definitely had an Australian twang at the start of this as well.
funny.
But,
He's funny. He's got it bang on though.
Yeah,
He's nailed it. I think he might have been in that club.
You know
Yeah.
what we need to react to, and I've not watched it, but I've heard people talk about it now on podcasts and stuff. Is Bill Burr hosted the Grammys? Was it? I think it was the
I don't know.
Grammys. It was one of the big awards.
Yeah.
Maybe not the Grammys. Maybe it was something else. Either way, there's now calls to cancel Bill Burr because he made a joke about Latina women or something along those lines. And I saw a clip on a podcast where someone is talking about the fact that loads of people are saying Bill Burr's racist with what he said. And then some people have tweeted Bill Burr with his wife, Nia, who's black, saying he's not racist. Look at, you know, he's married to a black woman. And then someone has made a post saying you can still be married to a black woman and be racist. She's basically just his black sex slave, trying to make him out that he's kind of enslaved his wife.
Yeah.
And then Bill Burr's wife has retweeted it and just told the guy to fuck right off, basically.
Good.
And it's great, but it's so pathetic how far it's going, isn't it?
Just a bit.
It's absolutely crazy.
Like, what? He's like, yeah, I live in a castle. I'm like, what kind of castle? He's like, a castle. So I got me knickers in a bunch. So I go over there. Right. He opens the door. There's someone with a yak head on his head. Fucking a maid. I'm like, what's that? He's like, oh, that's me dad. He's having a laugh. And I was like, what? I'm out of here. And he looked at me. He said, I live in a castle. I said, all right, keep going. So we walked down the hall. Right, and all these old white ladies are giving me a look like there's something wrong with me. They're like, right, why isn't she wearing a maid uniform? I was like, what? He's like, pay him no mind. Pay him no... She's with me. She's with me. Right. Nana, she's with me. Enough.
South African now.
Yeah.
So we walk into the jewelry room. He's like, right, pick something out. There was a little... Can't do it. I can't keep going with this. You know, all she needed to do when she grew up is if she watched a couple of episodes of Dallas. I mean, look how fucking crazy those people acted. And they were just in Texas. They didn't have a castle. They had a ranch. That's how white people behave when they have a ranch. Like, what do you think's going to happen when they have a castle and a fleet of yachts? Harry was the rebel, right? His brother was the one they loved. Oh, come head.
You know, that's like a global belief that William's the one that's loved and Harry isn't.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Harry was actually the people's prince. I've
No.
said that before. For me, I think he was...
You can't have that. That's not the rule. Knowing the rules, you know that video we just done, knowing the rules?
Yeah.
That's the rule. William will be king.
Yeah.
Harry will never be king.
Well, if...
No, he'll never. Let's be real.
No, if
there's
no,
lots,
it
too
won't
many.
now,
There's
but
too many.
if
There's too many,
William and the kids died, then it'd go to Harry. Harry's like fourth or fifth now, isn't he?
He's fifth. Yeah.
Charles, William, George.
George's kids when he has kids.
Yeah.
But
He's a
then
bit
after
young
that,
for that, to be
there's
fair,
other
but-
there's two other kids after that as well. And then their kids, and then another kid, then their kids.
Yeah.
I'm closer to the throne than he is. Don't know.
Yeah,
but
it's not going to happen for him, is it?
No.
No chance.
There's about as much chance as me being king as there is of him.
Yeah.
So it's never. He's been loved more. William is loved more. William is loved more because he's going to be the king of England.
Yeah.
He
Well,
will be the king of England.
I don't think he's loved more, though.
I think maybe he is now. I think you're
He
right. What
is
you're saying a
now.
few years ago, I think when he was got into a few scrapes, didn't he? Going fancy dress parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think he was going out getting drunk and stuff. I think people sort of latched onto him a little bit more, didn't they? Because he
was
they thought he
relatable.
a bit more relatable, a bit more like one of the lads, so to speak, even though, he's not. But I think that, so the last few years, I think it's worn off massively with him, really has. And I think you're right, William, because he's going to be the next king. He's always come across as...
He's not going to be the next king.
He's always-
Charles is going to be the next king.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's also come across as like a nice guy, hasn't he, William? Like a...
William is a
decent guy.
I think if they sat down and did the story of William and they did the story of Harry, William will be more relatable.
You think?
Yeah, I've seen William do different things on TV, and he's for me, he's more relatable because he's the head of the FA and he's an Aston Villa fan, right?
Yeah,
Can't,
true.
you know, for that, if you're going to support anything, you support Aston Villa.
Yeah.
To be fair, they're a great couple. They're doing it well, William and
absolutely.
Kate. You
That's
know,
what
they're just. She knew what she was getting herself into.
The professional
and
royals.
they've done it.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're good at it.
Yeah.
Good at the job. That is their job, and they're good at it without a doubt.
You know this thing about an older royal made racist comments and stuff, which I believe probably happened. To be fair, I think it's very likely it happened.
Highly possible.
Not defending him. How many 99? I'm not saying who it was or who it's speculated to be, but how many 99-year-olds or of a similar age?
They said it wasn't him.
Yeah, right. But let's say it was or wasn't. How many 99-year-olds in this country that are white probably don't make racist comments ever? You know, when you get
what you
above a
mean.
certain, or based out of ignorance, some of the comments, because when they grew up, there was no such thing as black people in the country and stuff. I'd be very surprised if the younger generations of royals gave a shit, or if it was any of them that made comments.
I'm not sure the comment was made in the way they portrayed it.
No, I think it's been
taken out of concept.
Yeah, I think it has. I think it's been. I mean, obviously, we don't know. We don't know how it's affected her. In all honesty, we'll probably never know how it's affected her. She's obviously. I think it has affected her quite a lot, which fair enough, it has.
If someone's making racist comments towards your kid or your future kid or anything like that, that's going to be a problem no matter who you are. So I'll back her up on that.
I'm a bit the opposite. If my dad come up to me and says something to me along the lines of something about your kid, I just go, "What are you on about? I know you're old." Don't know. I had a conversation with my dad the other day. It was one of the funniest conversations I've ever had, but I'll tell you after we were finished.
Yeah.
But it goes to show what old people say. But you look at it and you think, yeah, okay, just this is the reason why, and you explain the reasoning behind it. I don't think what's happened with the way they're putting it, and that's why he doesn't want to speak about it. Because I think she's blown out of proportion. And he's saying it wasn't said like that.
Do you think it might have been a member of staff or maybe a higher up member of staff?
No, it's either Prince Charles or Camilla, I think.
Oh, right. Well, so it was sort of like a family member.
Yeah, but I think it's been said in a way that it's not the way they're portraying it.
It's been said in a different context. I think that's probably something's been taken out of context. Not to defend the royals, because we don't know. Don't know what's being said.
But if there's one person that said it, but then by all accounts in the news now saying basically the royal family is racist. But is this just one person that said something?
Go into an old
and then
people's
it's just
home.
been expanded to like everyone's racist.
Yeah, go into an old people's home and how many of them are making racist comments to nurses and things like that, purely based out of confusion, ignorance. Just old people kind of get like that sometimes.
But that's not what that's about, I don't think. But anyway.
No, anyway. Yeah, we're digressing massively, aren't we?
Colourless son. He's going to be the next king, right? So Harry, he's already red. He's already angry. He's like, right, fuck it.
I don't think Australian here, Bill.
I don't think Harry ever wanted to be king. To be fair, I think
he had no fucking choice. He couldn't be king.
No, but I don't think he wanted it anyway. And I think a lot of the
if he did want it, he wasn't getting it.
Yeah, no, but I think a lot of the rhetoric in the press is trying to twist it that because he's never going to be king, he's bitter about it and stuff. He's known it his whole life. I don't think he gives a shit about it.
He knows the drill. It's like, I mean, you look at now, I think we've had this conversation before, but you look how irrelevant Prince Edward is, and Prince Andrew is making the news for the wrong reasons. And this is kind of overshadowing the wrongs that Prince Andrew did. But how irrelevant are them two fucking pricks?
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Just a bit.
You know what I mean? I saw Prince Edward and I was like, who the fuck's that? And he said Prince Edward. I was like, Jesus, didn't recognise him.
Is that the one that can't sweat, or is that the other one?
No, that's Prince Andrew. He'll be sweating. Trust me, he's sweating right now.
He must be.
He'll be gushing.
So he walks up to me. He says, hello. I'm like, hello. I don't know why she has an English accent. I just can't stop hearing that stupid accent.
Toss it.
You Puerto Rican? I said, no, I'm not. And he goes, oh, sorry. I'm like, right, fuck off you go. And he's like, right, I live in a castle. And I was like, go on. So we're at Royal Albert Hall in a private box. I'm thinking about offing myself. I can't listen to another person play a cello. Anyway. I find a lot of what she said very relatable. Grew up in a toxic environment, I kind of related to a lot of that stuff, except I did it in a duplex. Right, so we're like, these people are evil. These are evil white people. Let's move to where the open white people are in Santa Barbara. Right. Where I can see people who look like me doing gardening for the white people in Santa Barbara. Oh, there's Oprah. She had this fucking thing on full blast. Oh my God, I was killed. I can't remember the shit I was saying. At one point, I actually got Nia to stop listening to the interview when she was dying laughing, and I was going, just being the woman there, right? Going like, don't you think that's a little unfair? He's like, what? I said it's unfair. He's like, right, what that mean? She's like, what mean? He says, unfair. What that word mean? Never heard it. Sorry. All right. So I've just been walking around I woke up this morning, and I went downstairs in the basement.
Right. I'd love to have heard Bill Burr just riffing to his wife over the actual interview. That would have been priceless.
He should have recorded it, shouldn't he?
Well, she does his podcast with him sometimes, and he'll just get her in the room when someone's asking him advice or whatever.
Yeah.
And he just fucking rants, and then they disagree, and then they argue.
Yeah.
And the back and forth between the two of them is unbelievable. They're so
start
good.
listening to his podcasts.
It's that I've tried listening to it start to finish, and it's not for me, all of it, because it's quite long, and some of it will be American football, some of it will be like stuff that I don't know about. Or, you know. But the clips, there's clips from it that are just priceless. It's some of the funniest stuff you'll ever hear.
Well, he's good, though, Bill Burr. We love him. He's great, isn't he?
Everything he says and everything he does, and the way he brings it across, he's just hysterical.
Yeah, he is. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's a top guy.
Yeah, I don't think it's easy to be Bill Burr, to be fair.
I think he's got a lot going on, hasn't he?
I think the anger management issues are real. I don't think it's an act whatsoever.
I love it.
But it's genius.
I love it when people have a go at like the royal family as well, and it's because the royal family do think that they're outside of the realm of the comedy scene. I know they don't do much to warrant.
I've heard people
having a go at him.
Frankie Boyle going quite hard on the Queen.
Yeah, he goes on it for the reasons that probably not. For me, that's not humour. The way he goes after them, it's not humorous. Whereas this is humorous.
Oh yeah,
because they broke away to do something, and they'd given it. We don't want anything to do with the press. We want to live our private lives. Next thing, boom, right in the centre stage of the press.
Yeah.
And you're like, I thought you didn't want anything to do with it. That's what the first question should have been. I thought you didn't want anything to do with the being in the press, and you wanted a quiet life. Why the fuck are you on this show?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're going against everything
that's what you want to wear. You don't want to wear going, oh, how bad is it for you? How bad is it for you? Fuck off.
Well, that's how it came across a little bit, and I think that's why it's upset a lot of people going, in your castle.
Yeah.
Oh,
in your $15 million mansion or whatever it is, $150 million mansion in fucking Santa Barbara, where you got people who can't even afford the fucking electric bill, and they're giving it. Well, it's hard for us. Is it fuck?
Yeah.
As we know, money doesn't buy happiness. So it is possible to be rich and depressed as well.
So what?
But going on about it to people like you said, that can't afford their bills, have just lost their jobs, the company's gone bust, they can't pay the rent or whatever.
And I know loads of them.
Yeah, and then that's where people are going to turn around and go. And under normal circumstances, if the world was 2 years ago and this came out, people would probably be like, that's quite sad. But now it's like people have got real shit going on.
It's just all a bit surreal, this. So they want to stay out of the public eye and, have a quiet life, stay away from the press. But then, they do this. I mean, that's
in front of the Senate with Oprah. She's the biggest celebrity interviewer in the world.
And I don't think for that reason, I don't think it's done them any favours whatsoever. Going out and doing a massive interview like that. I mean, it just seems a bit bizarre to me.
You know what they should have done is started a YouTube channel, Harry and Meg. And they should have got Oprah to interview. Megan.
Yeah.
That's blocked, incidentally, Megan and Andre. You've got to go to our Patreon to see that, because I get battered on that. But yeah, they should have started a YouTube channel and got Oprah to interview him. And then, if you want to be in, if you don't want to be in the public eye,
people have the option.
Do it yourself. Go on mainstream TV. You're still open to the public eye and the public scrutiny and stuff.
Yeah, I think if there's problems with problems with racism in the royal family. I get that, and you have to have every sympathy if there's problems there. But I don't. Maybe it's not the best way to air it on an Oprah thing. Just go and do it privately. Do it, in house, and whoever it was, call them out.
You know what you do when you've got really old racist people in the family is you're not going to change them. You just wait for them to die, and then the younger generation aren't racist, and then it just goes away.
If a member of your family says something racist in our level where we're at, you don't go in the pub and start telling everyone, fucking my dad or my uncle or my granddad just said this and said that, like they're doing.
Whenever there's been comments in the pub from anyone, whoever it could be, you usually just turn around and just go, just shut the fuck up. No one gives a shit what you're talking about. Shut the person down. I don't try and change them. And then I don't make a story out of it where I'm like, you won't believe what this guy in the pub said the other day. Yeah. You just go, just shut up, mate. No one gives a shit. Yeah.
As Kevin Bridges says, put your hand on the shoulder and go, enjoy your night, mate. And that's all you do. That shuts them down. And move on.
Yeah. You're not changing old royal racist.
That wasn't just about that, though. That wasn't just about the racist.
A lot more than that,
there was a lot more to it. And it's a woe is me, fucking, I'm crying because I'm not happy, and they didn't like the fact. Someone hit the nail on the head. I can't remember who said it, but they said, the Queen has dealt with 16 prime ministers or something it is, or however many prime ministers.
I saw that.
So many heads of state that have come over, and so many, the Second World War, everything that she's dealt with over the years, right, with no problems. Meghan comes along, fucking drama straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Fuck them both up, I'd say. Fucking say, you know what, mate? You're not even a member of the royal family.
Isn't that what's
happening? I think they are now, anyway, aren't they? I think they have been discontinued.
See what you're like saying? You're not Prince Harry. You're not even a member. There's your birth certificate, mate. Hewitt.
There's your DNA test.
Hewitt.
Out the door.
Harry Hewitt.
Allegedly.
Funny enough, his dad's a cleaner or a gardener.
Really? I thought he was in the military.
Yeah, he was years ago. He's fucking older than me. What you know about? He's in the military.
Yeah, but old toffs that are in the military stay in the military, don't they? They just have a nice...
He was a major, wasn't he? Was he a major or something like that?
Well, that's sorted for life, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think at the moment, I think he's working as a gardener, and he's like in Harry's great grandma's old people's home. Anyway, fuck him.
Yeah, Bill Burr's a genius, so
he is. Yeah.
Hope you guys like that too. Don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell and all that good stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers.